The series starts with a chilling scene. Dala stands in her flower studio, staring at Om's dead body while Risa begs for her trust. The story then jumps back in time. Om, a prime ministerial candidate, is engaged to Risa, with Dala as their wedding florist. Meanwhile, protests erupt over Om's controversial mall project. During a tense family dinner between the rival Aoyothipa and Tangsansup families, floral arrangements become a symbol of their power struggle. Dala notices Risa secretly vomiting, hinting at her pregnancy. Later, Om, Risa, and Om's niece Pam visit Dala's flower studio to finalize wedding details. Strange events unfold. Risa argues with Pam and her nephew Chris. Om sends Dala a cryptic text, and Dala tells her father, "I've decided. I'm going to do it." The next day, Om's body is found in Dala's rec studio. Both families wake up and get ready for the wedding day. Each family argues and insults each other. At the Aoyothipas, Pam, mysteriously scratched, leaves the breakfast table. They only learn of Om's murder when the police call. At the crime scene, Dala claims she heard nothing, while Om's family arrives to identify his body. News spreads rapidly, but Risa stays locked in her hotel room. The investigation reveals a timeline. Om, Risa, Pam, and Dala were at the studio at 9:30 p.m. Pam left to talk to Om. Risa argued with Chris, and their family heads arrived. Pam left at 10:30 p.m., and Om and Risa drove off at 11 p.m. Suspicious of Risa's absence, the detective finds her hotel room empty. At a press conference, the media spins the story, making Risa the prime suspect. Meanwhile, Prafa, the eldest daughter-in-law of the Tangsansup, hints at a possible affair between Risa and Chris, implying Chris may have killed Om. The detective notices an X marked on Om's face, matching a previous hit-and-run case. Meanwhile, Dala eerily draws an X in her diary, pressing a flower inside. In a shocking twist, Dala and hotel employee Sarath are revealed to be hiding the truth. They enter a secret room where Risa sits, holding a gun. It turns out they have been secretly helping Risa hide this whole time. Later, Dala sneaks into the crime scene and collects flower-related evidence. Detective Montri suspects Risa has an accomplice, while Om's uncle learns that protest leader Sanchai was near the hotel on the night of the pre-wedding dinner. Dala follows this lead and discovers a guitar labeled Chris with Risa's picture on it. Meanwhile, Chris' mother recalls seeing Chris and Risa hugging at Dala's studio before Om's murder. At Om's funeral, Dala reflects on meeting Om and Risa, while suspicions around Sanchai grow. CCTV footage shows Chris talking to Sanchai, raising questions about their connection. Meanwhile, Chris secretly calls Risa, confirming they are working together and revealing that Risa is pregnant. Tensions rise in Risa's family as Prafa accuses Chris of loving Risa. When asked if he killed Om, Chris remains silent. Montri questions Chris and dials a number on his phone, attempting to reach Risa, but Dala warns her not to answer. It's later revealed Chris only spoke to Sanchai about repairing his guitar. A flashback shows Risa feeling trapped in her marriage, with Pam warning her not to marry Om. Meanwhile, Sarath discovers a mysterious file meant to be played at the wedding. The footage reveals that Om raped Pam's partner, B, leading Risa to believe Pam killed Om. In another flashback, Pam finds B attempting suicide and rushes her to the hospital. The episode ends with Pam threatening Om, vowing revenge if anything happens to B. A flashback shows Pam, B, Shinshin, and Risa discuss Om's assault, but Risa worries about taking him down due to his family's power. In the present, Montri publicly frames Risa as a murder suspect. Pam testifies against her, claiming she killed Om and revealing how he exploited Risa's work and family wealth. Pam also describes a violent argument between Risa and Om, but in truth, she fought Om over B's assault. She also tells Montri about Om's history of abuse, but he refuses to document it. Sarath learns about a past murder case involving an X-shaped cut on the victim's face. He shares this with Dala, who is busy teaching a flower arrangement class. Meanwhile, Risa hides at a friend's property, and Dala discovers through CCTV footage that someone has been following her. B remains in the hospital, and Pam vows revenge on Risa, blaming her for B's suffering. However, B reveals that it was Pam who sent her assault video to the hotel to expose Om, which was the real reason behind her suicide attempt. Realizing her mistake, Pam decides to help Risa instead. Dala visits Om's household and learns from a grieving maid, Ja, that Om preyed on young women, including Shinshin. He drugged and assaulted her while pretending to help her study. Shinshin's father had followed Om to Dala's studio, intending to harm him but ultimately didn't. Dala gathers Shinshin, Pam, and Ja, revealing that Om recorded his victims. She questions Ja about the location of those tapes. Meanwhile, Montri learns from Risa's father that Om had been blackmailed with sex tapes. Alone, Dala reflects on how the past lingers, like dead flowers preserved in water. She puts on a necklace and greets her American mother in the mirror. Another flashback shows Dalada's mother with a Thai man wearing the same ring as Om's, and soon after, a man appears to kill her. Montri announces to the press that Dala is now the main suspect in Om's murder, citing forensic reports that contradict Dalada's statement about the time of Om's death. This inconsistency makes Dala look guilty. Risa learns of this and meets with Dala, who assures her she will reveal the real culprit that night. Dala posts a photo with Risa on social media, hinting that she is holding Risa hostage. The police investigate but find nothing. Dala sends Montri a pen drive with videos of women assaulted by Om, which causes him to doubt his loyalty to Ekapop, who once helped him. She also sends letters with her real surname to both families, inviting them to her studio that night. Despite their hesitation, everyone shows up at the studio. There, Dala reveals that Risa's father's driver, a key witness Ekapop had been searching for, will testify. Dala exposes Om's true nature, revealing he wasn't the person everyone thought. Pam admits she found hundreds of similar assault videos while trying to delete B's, and copied them onto a pen drive. Shinshin also comes forward, revealing she was another of Om's victims. Dala mentions Ja, the family maid, who helped them find the files and was also a victim. Dala disproves the claim that Om died after 11 p.m., explaining that the studio's temperature slowed decomposition. She shows how the roses she soaked in ink only turned halfway blue by 10:30 p.m., suggesting the killer arrived during an argument outside while fireworks went off. Next, Dala links Ekapop's footprints at the scene to Ekasit, revealing Ekasit lied about his alibi. She also finds a piece of hair at the crime scene, which turns out to be from Ekasit's dog, proving his involvement. Montri, seeing the evidence, announces he can't ignore the truth anymore and reveals that Om's crimes are now exposed. Ekasit confesses to killing Om, revealing his resentment after being blamed for everything by Om. Flashbacks show Ekasit felt sidelined and eventually killed Om at Dala's studio. Dala also reveals how she found out about her mother's case and sought justice. Her mother, who had been pregnant by Ekasit, was killed on Ekapop's orders after being rejected. Ekapop admits orchestrating the murder to protect Ekasit's reputation. It's revealed that Ekasit is Dala's biological father. In the end, both brothers are arrested, and Dala finally sends her mother away in peace after achieving justice.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe and like for more videos like this.